I feel the need to talk about this. And I only really know about this because I know what I've seen on adult sites, and I'm not going to get into detail. But there are a lot of films or just like recordings or filmings of like trans people in the porn industry, and I'm here to talk about it because I think the way trans people are treated in the porn industry is really off-putting. It's offensive to the trans person who's performing, and I don't know how offensive it is to actual trans people because I can't speak for them. Like, I'm not a guy. I mean, I'm probably like a demigirl, but even then, I'm not like trans male. So I can't speak for everyone, but I can say one thing for sure. It seems like when there is a pop of advertisement about a trans woman, like, oh, have sex with this trans person, they use transphobic slurs that I'm not going to say, but there's another one. I don't know if this is a slur, but it is an offensive term, and it's called she-male, which refers to a trans woman that has a penis. And I understand why it's considered offensive because it's objectifying, but it's also not acceptable to comment on a trans person's genitals. Like, I don't think I need to explain it, why it's not okay to comment on a trans person's genitals. Like, of course, maybe back then you probably wouldn't know, but like asking a trans person about their genitals or referring to their genitals is just like, I guess, another word, or referring to them as another word just because they have different genitals than maybe you would expect from a trans woman. Because there are obviously a lot of trans women that have penises. There are a lot of trans guys that have vaginas, but like, who cares? Like, it's fine. It really shouldn't matter what you have in your pants. You do you, boo. But it's just, if you've heard of any of the things that trans people are from, then it's honestly kind of offensive in a way, because it feels like a lot of people who are in the porn industry who are trans are more likely to be trans women, male to female, or like MTF, or whatever you would refer to them. And I think the reason why is because people who are born male are more likely to be in the industry than women are, but it's just really messed up that the way trans people are treated in the porn industry. I don't have a problem with trans people being in the porn industry. I don't have a problem with gay people being in the porn industry. I think it is a good way to represent individuals, and I do think that porn should be something that should liberate people and not make people feel ashamed. Like, if there was like a a site that I could go to or people could go to that only portrayed consensual sex or consensual encounters and had only consensual porn or ethical porn, I would watch that. But it can just be harder to tell if the porn you're watching is consensual. But I don't know. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I just think it's important for us to talk about this because trans people are a very important part of our community. And I know it seems like weird for you to just be seeing a lot of like queer content from me already. It isn't just because it's Pride Month, it's because I just have so many thoughts on like the way LGBT people are treated and just LGBT people in general. Because I think they're very important people. And I think that the reason why we still have Pride is because it's important for us, especially for those who are trans and who are people of color. Like, there are people of color who are not like who are not as accepted for being gay. Like, if you're in a Middle Eastern country, or if you're Black, or if you're Indigenous, or Asian or whatever, you'll be less accepted to be gay or trans than if you're like, I don't know, in the US, or if you're white. Listen, I don't know what countries are the most LGBT friendly, but there are a lot that are very hostile towards the queer community. And we have this community because we want to feel accepted, and it's also about us fighting for rights throughout history. And trans people are just as important as, gay people, and it feels like people care much more about trans people and what's, going on in their pants than like other gay people do. Like if you're bisexual like me, and you have feelings for someone who is trans, or if you just or if I had feelings for someone who's trans, I wouldn't be concerned about what's in their pants. I would be concerned about, is this person, do they feel happy, and are they going to be happy, and what can I do to make them feel more comfortable? That's what you should be asking if you want to have sex with a trans person. But like, that's different. It's just that I think the porn industry just needs to treat trans people like better. I do see why porn exists, because like, people are horny, but like, there should be like, I don't know, types of porn. There should be like a website that has there should be an adult site that literally just has porn that's completely consensual. I think that would be like great, but oh well, I don't know. I just again want to know your thoughts, because this is like a topic that will make a lot of people feel uncomfortable, but I think this space is very safe for me to be free to talk about what I feel like talking about. Maybe I will talk about more disturbing topics, but I think this topic is very important to talk about because I don't see that many people talking about it. But yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it's better if I hear this like opinion about how trans people are treated in the porn industry from an actual trans person. But for me, who is not a guy, like a trans guy, I feel like it's important for me to at least discuss it.